All right. Hi, everyone. Thanks so much for joining today for Office Hours. I'm Emily Traxler, VP of Customer Success here at ProLine. And today we're going to cover our new data manager. I'm going to share my screen with you all. All right. So if you are looking at your ProLine account, you're going to go over to this hamburger menu, as we call it, and choose Data Manager. This is where we're going to be able to see a list of all of your projects, orgs, files, contacts. You'll notice that in this menu, there are a few less options than there were previously. We used to have all projects, for example, and import-export tools. Now we've actually combined all of that into this data manager system where you can have bulk edit, bulk delete, export, and import to CSV. We have this for projects, which can be filtered by stages, start and end dates, past stage, location, all statuses, tags, lead sources. We can sort this list if we just want to see the list of all of our projects. We can sort by zip code, assignee, inside sales, accounting, and production. One really good use case for this, specifically, let's say we're bulk editing. Maybe for a certain zip code, we're going to reassign all of those projects to a new sales rep that's going to take over the zip code. So we would want to see all the zip codes in a certain area, bulk edit, and then what we're going to do is change the assignee of all of those to this person. Another good thing about this, exporting to CSV will give you the columns that we need in order to import correctly. I would always suggest if you're going to import data, maybe you're transferring information from a different system, you're going to want to export CSV first, align the data with the appropriate columns, and then import to CSV using this button here. We could do the same thing for orgs and then files. Files is a little bit different because the imports are going to be, files and not CSV documents. Contacts, jobs, activities, and then bulk actions. So if you are just wanting to take a look at the various bulk edit and delete actions that have happened on your account, you can do that here. If you're giving access to someone on your team to this part of the system, they will be able to export data. But as the admin owner of the account, you always receive an email if somebody exports information to CSV. So this stuff can't be done behind your back. For instance, you're always going to get notified. This is a pretty simple section of the product, but it also is very robust. I'm curious if we have any questions yet about how you might use this, or if you have any examples of ways that you may want to use it in the future. Okay, we don't have any questions yet. I don't know if that's a good thing, but maybe we'll go through and we will just do some filters on our project, since this is probably the most robust filtering section that we have. Let's just say that this started all the way back in March. I'm not going to choose a location. All locations, all statuses, tags and sources. Since this is the demo account, I don't know always if everything is set up in here. There's no results. Let's see. All team members. Okay, two that are a sales approved one here. I would use this filter if you just really want to see all of your projects in a certain stage. Or if you want to see projects that were in this stage at a certain point in time, and maybe they were previously one, for example, but then later we had to change it to unfunded because the insurance company did not fund the project. So you won the deal, but then you couldn't follow through with the project for some reason. I think that's a good example of how to use those two examples. Okay, so again, if you want to use our data manager, you're going to go to hamburger menu, data manager, and then you'll choose your actions here. You can choose from our filters at the top, bulk edit, any one of these things, schedule it in the future. Adding tags is another really common one that we see. Bulk delete. We do have many confirmations here to make sure that we're not deleting by accident. And then export, which the company admin does get notified about, and then import, which is what you'll do when you want to bring in information to our system if you're transitioning it from a spreadsheet or from another platform. Double check our Q&A. Okay. Well, everyone, that was a quick office hours. Thanks so much for being here, and I'll talk to you soon.